Okay. Sorry if that was randomly stupidly loud. I am trying something a bit different. Before I go downstairs, can you hear me? And hi, Bush and Quill. Hi, Craig. Hi, Synthetic Black Miniatures. Who I want to say is Dustin, I think. I better just go up and down these stairs. I can see some kind of audio. Looks maybe a bit loud, so I'm going to turn it down a bit. Yeah, I just turned it off. Maybe something a bit that may be a bit better, may not be, maybe a bit better. Well, nobody's replying, so I'm going to have to just go downstairs and miss this for a biscuit. So, hi. I know the quality is not great, but it should keep the internet working, so that should be that. Let me just check the chat. You can hear, great, okay. Close up with my face. So I'm going downstairs. Probably a terrible idea, but I'm doing it anyway. So we're going to go for a quick walk through my house. Can't see the chat till I get outside on the tablet. Yeah, going down the stairs. We might hear a baby crying. We'll see. No. Don't we though? Oh, can't make you see. I tried. Goodbye. I hope the camera's going to do something with the brightness. Hey. No, the chat on the tablet isn't working. And you can probably hear yourself. Oh, I'm being attacked by a wasp. Yeah, okay, so I can tell that the chat has already failed. And that's a problem. Audio sounds good. Let me. Don't worry, I'm not going to be holding this all day. I just need to mute the tablet. I didn't realise it was on. There we go. And hi, Paint and Play. How are you doing? Very well. Yeah, so because I might do some of this inside. I thought, oh, come outside. But bear with me a second. I do have a tripod, which is what I'm doing. Now, if I had a way of controlling my computer from downstairs, which I possibly do, if I set out like a Google Hangout, not a Google Hangout, remote desktop or something, I could probably, actually sort something cool. Let me click from me, actually. Let me click the mic on me. There we go. Audio should be a little bit more consistent. We can still hear. Cool. Let me get you on the tripod. Yeah, so the problem was I needed to turn everything on upstairs. Oh, Willow's crying. I do apologise if you can hear her. She is a baby, though, after all. She's very upset at the minute for whatever reason. Enjoy the sun while we have it. Yeah, that's sort of the plan, isn't it? Let's see if I can tighten this up. Get you in a tripod at least, so we're not messing about too much. It's not quite going in the tripod, but it is. Oh, yeah, that didn't sound good, did it? But yeah, shall I slowly raise you up? Ooh, God, it's really, really sunny. No, Paint and Play. I used to do quite a regular Tuesday stream, but it just fell by the wayside just a little bit. Mainly out of laziness. I know that's not straight, but I'm not really sure how best to fix it. Hopefully when I lean back, that'll be cool. Crotch shot, that's the best kind of shot, I think. The sun probably doesn't have that long before it goes behind the clouds and the houses and stuff. But yeah, there we have it. it's just because sometimes like I'm in a really, really, really tiny room, so that room is so small, and with Willow going to sleep now, I have to shut the door so that I don't wake her up, which then means the room gets so hot to the extent I was looking at like buying a portable air conditioner, and I'm just like, can I really be bothered for the 5 days of the year where we actually get sun? So that's the plan. Now, I might move myself into the shade because I didn't realize how bright this was. But yeah, it's very, 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 very bright. How are you all today? How are we doing? Okay. Get your fence painted. Does it need painting? Does it need painting? I mean, it's just default. I haven't done anything with it. I don't need to break this to you, considering I have a terrain channel, but I actually don't do much DIY. I don't really do any DIY. The one good side to sitting here, though, is I get my little cordial, which I've been trying to cut out Coca-Cola, and now seeing Cristiano Ronaldo, it's a bit more like, oh, maybe I should cut out my Coca-Cola. Hi, Kev. How are you? I hope you're doing very well today. I hope you're doing very well. I hope you're enjoying the summer. And that's obviously part of the subject was the sun, the British summer. And I wonder if we as a community, if you will, we as a group of hobbyists or whatever, do you make terrain in summer? That is a direct question to you right there. Do you make terrain in summer? Von Sealit? Nah, mate. Trees don't need paint. Yeah, I could plant some trees. I don't know if I can show you the garden very easily. I'll give you a little garden update. I'm not going to be able to see the chat whilst I do this, but oh god, this is the back of the house. This is the garden. The one we have actually made a couple of additions. Let me get in the shade. Get in the shade. Oh my god, where is this sun going to? I'm in the shade. Right, here we go. Whew. We got a storage box. Oh, super exciting. We're slightly planting something down there. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to plant. To be fair, Katie's dad started digging it up. And obviously, since last year, we've now put up a baby swing, basically, for the Willow. We do push her in that quite regularly, to be fair. So, yeah, I'm going to move this chair. I don't care, because it's way too hot. Like, look at that sun. I'm blinding you all, I'm sorry. Let me do this in pieces. Take my chair first. We're getting a parasol. Parasol. You know, just to have some shade in the bottom of the garden. Oh, I've just absolutely donked my shin, which is a classic moment. Oh, my shin, honestly. Let's see what you've said whilst I've been gone. Hello, Ben. Hi, Ben. Just Kev says, no, you need to do something when it gets hot. Yeah, like, so you actually do terrain. You've been hobbying Don't Stop for the Sun. Man, you guys are intense. You live in Arizona, so you couldn't stop for the sun. Oh my god, I would not. Maybe it's just the fact my hobby space is not like the sun, honestly. Anyway, I'm at the bottom of the garden now. Oh, I've donked my shin, honestly. Pardon? What are you saying? Katie's slagging my filming off. Were you watching me? I was walking. Painting French naps as I watch. Wait, French naps? What are French naps? Oh. Your kid tried to tell too something to do while she's on vacation. Oh, guys, it's not that big of a garden, Craig. I don't want to seem like it's huge. It's quite like long and thin. And if I'm honest, I picked this house partly because of the long garden. Now, looking at the tablet, the internet quality here seems really bad, which makes sense because I'm right down the end of the garden. So as long as you can hear me, I'm not going to change it. I don't really care. This little thing here is, well, it's a bug house. So it's actually for like bugs rather than like a bird. But I'll tell you what, there's just a giant spider that lives in there, and I don't know what it is. Um, oh, Napoleonics. I almost read that completely incorrectly. Yeah, so like obviously it's summer in the UK at the minute, so we've got like I think this is a really interesting year because obviously we've got COVID not necessarily being over, but it's let's hope that it's subsiding a little bit, depending on the Delta variant and stuff like that. Let's not talk too much about it, but we've got COVID. So I went to my first event a couple of weeks back. First event in ages, I mean. And obviously we got the football on for anybody interested in football. And obviously the nicer weather. So I'm like, I was expecting a lot of you guys to be like, I'm making terrain. Spider is probably, it's not that big, but it's a funky spider, if that makes sense. Not a spider that I'm planning on. I'll put it one way, I wouldn't stick my finger in its hole, in the hole, in the hole of the, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But yeah, 100 IDB. Yeah, like yeah, something to do when it gets hot. I mean, I'm like the exact opposite. I sort of the only thing I've started to do is go for like walks a little bit just to get out the house, maybe. But yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely not doing much. Obviously, I'm making my videos, but yeah, I expected everybody to be like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything. Ben, I'm doing a lot more hobbying because I don't have school. Ben, are you in Ireland? Why don't you have school? Surely school's nearly over, but not quite. That's what I thought it was anyway. But apparently that's wrong. Yeah. Um, yeah, and one, I don't want to say this without it being like inside baseball, but my views and subscribers a little bit are sort of going down. And I was chalking that up to, COVID and summer, but you guys are like, nope, I still do stuff. So, I mean, that just makes me feel bad. No, I'm not really that bothered. Doesn't really matter. School's been over for a couple of weeks. Okay. I think not in. Yeah, I think it depends where you are in the UK because my niece and nephew, for example, they're still in school and they are for a couple of weeks, and so is my friend's daughter. So in our area, it's still a little bit of a while. You know, I think when I last did my outdoor stream last year, I was wearing this T-shirt. Such an important fact. Let's have a look at my shin. Oh, I've actually cut my shin. Not, like actually like grazed it. Oh, that is upsetting. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it is upsetting. Yeah, so I thought you guys would be like, no, we're not making stuff. London's still in. Yeah, that makes sense. You're in primary school, they're not off until the end of June. True. Do I know any kids? I only know one kid who's in high school. So, yeah, that might be the case. But yeah, do you guys see the good thing about hobbying in the summer, I think, is everything really dries quickly. Whether it's Sculptamold or whatever. By the way, I put a link in the Discord and I put it on the Facebook group. Sculptamold on Amazon right now is like £6.50 for a 1.3 kilogram bag. Super cheap, very worthwhile picking up a bag if you've not got any. I think if you're in the UK, I've got it in my affiliate links, maybe in the description. If you want to give me some money for free, buying some Sculptamold, I am its salesperson after all. I'm not. There's no official link. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Craig. Yeah, it makes things dry quicker. The downside to that is it makes things dry quicker. Like if you're painting miniatures and you were trying to do like wet blending or something, I can imagine that being an absolute pain in the backside. But yeah, like I don't know. For me, I think it's the size of your room. If you've got like a big hobby space and it's chill, you're probably okay. But like for me, the weather's nice. You always get that vibe of like. This is going to sound bad. I could be doing something better. That's just like the grass is always greener kind of thing. You always think, oh, listen, all the people enjoying the football, having fun, drinking in the gardens. Like says me, who's doing it now. But I don't normally do that. Potato quality, Thomas. It's because I'm in the garden. I wonder if you want me to risk it, I can go off the Wi-Fi and go onto my internet. I don't know if you want to risk that. But so the reason it's potato quality for anybody who actually cares about this, which I'm not sure already if you do, is because I'm actually streaming off my computer inside. But what I'm doing is this is a Google. I'm basically Google Hangouting myself. So I've got two different Google accounts, for example, and I'm just basically Skyping myself, I guess. And the problem with that is it's really difficult on the mobile. I find the app to be it's very difficult to set like custom thumbnails and stuff like that. So that's why I can always take the risk and end the potato quality. But I mean, I don't think it's. Are you that interested in the way that this looks? Are we not? I think we're just having a conversation, aren't we? I don't think the look's really that important. If you really want to see the detailed image of the bug house, I'll take a picture and put it in Discord. Like, I don't think it's that. I think most days I go with friends during the day and hobby at night. Best of both worlds. Oh God. I think how old are you, Ben? If you don't mind me asking. Like with my friends, we literally, I think like the other week, me and 2 or 3 other families, which makes it sound like a lot of people. There was probably about 10 of us. Went to a public park, and we sat having like picnics independently of each other, but talking across each other. And that was the first time we'd seen that many people in ages. Katie's parents have been having like barbecues because they love barbecues all the time. And again, there's probably been 10 people there. That's been like us, Katie's mum and dad and family. So I'm seeing people, but not like at a very high rate. I mean, if you're 15, you're going out with your friends, messing about. Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days. I wonder how many people think, like, given the option, could you go back to like when you were, say, like 12, 13, and do it all again? I do think the answer might be quite a lot. I think it's a good, fun time. At least you've got friends. Hey, we're all friends here, as they say. We're all friends here. Let's have our parasocial relationships. Yeah, no, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. But yeah, I will probably try and stream a little bit more. Obviously, I say that all the time, so you know the story if you've been here any kind of amount of time. Um, the problem right now is weather. I just can't stay in that little room in this heat. I would literally like because I've got to shut the door. It's like an oven. You work from home at the minute, so 8-4. Hey, I'm doing. It's not because you. Oh, what? You know what I mean? It depends on. I guess it depends why it sucked. That's what I'm saying. I think for a lot of people it does suck, but I think if you know what you knew now, it wouldn't. If that makes sense. A little fly buzzing around me. But yeah, literally doing like I'm actually doing half 8, half 4 because I can't remember getting up. But yeah. So I've got my evening times to be fair, and I'm still working on terrain. Oh my god! Do you know what? Sad. I don't know if any of you've seen the pipe video that I did, which isn't even the most complicated video, but that took me. It took 25 days for me to release that video. And honestly, I can't tell you what I did in that time frame. Didn't get a word of that. Ooh. Is that because of the potato? Is that the potato quality? Yeah, look, I'm going to turn in the internet variety. We'll see if that actually makes any kind of difference. See, I'm not going to disconnect. It just might like on this. Here we go. Here's the point where the internet cuts out. I froze. Oh, I froze. Can you hear me though? Am I back? Am I back? Haven't worked on terrain in ages, but after the warmer unit I'm working on, I'm going to make a full board of desert terrain. Oh, nice. Nice. I appear to be back on the tablet. Inception. Do, 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 do. Fine now. Yeah, so I turned off the internet basically. I turned off the Wi-Fi and went on my phone to see if I could stop the potato quality. It would have been easy to just stream off my phone, but the ship has sailed now, so there's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. Oh no, I think I might have froze again. Oh no, sad to say, sad to say. But what are you going to do for your full board? I've been thinking about doing a kill team board, like a proper, like in place kill team board. A lot of my problem with terrain is just storage, though, so I'd have to make sure I can get it in the loft, which would be, which would definitely be something. I finished a fully. Oh, you put actually like LEDs on it and stuff. Oh man, that's fancy. I was very briefly, and I wasn't really watching it. I was watching a RP Archives video today where he seems to have put some. He seemed to have made some lava terrain and put some lights under it, which is fine. Seems a bit like I don't know what the nice phrase. A nice way of saying it is like a bit much for terrain. maybe it's just me, but I guess if you really want a nice quality thing, it looked absolutely exceptional. So depends how much it's interesting, how much you're interested, I guess. I'm going to film most of the board with Simple Hills, some ruins, and the Games Workshop landing pad. Oh, nice. I've seen that landing pad. I've been tempted to make my own, but I just never quite got around to it. I froze, so I'm so cool. Thank you. Let's have a drink of my cordial. As I was saying before, I've not quite cut out Coca-Cola. I'm having like a quarter of a can at dinner, but I'm trying to not have it in the evening and stuff like that. You want to be as good as Tabletop Witchcraft. I think, with all due respect, I don't think there's anybody online where you can't be as good as. Most people aren't doing anything exceptional. It's more just about the techniques and the time. I think a lot of what YouTube doesn't do a very good job at is telling you how long things take. Like, it's not a very fun video to say this took me 15 hours. Like, talking about how long it takes you is just a boring part of the video. And almost, you want to keep, it seems like a lot of people want to keep the flow going and you want it to just look impressive and people to be enamored by the video, rather than say like, I actually doing all of this is an absolute pain in the backside. So, but I think you probably can be as good. You probably are as good right now. Now, Tabletop Witchcraft makes incredibly good things, but I don't, from what I've seen of this channel and almost everybody's channel, I think most people could do the stuff. You would just have to spend the money, spend the time, and stuff like that. Like I take that back, because Tabletop Witchcraft did that like incredibly good arena. It was like a Coliseum thing, and oh my god, that looked really good. I don't have the patience for that personally, but yeah, like I think it's time. I think people don't appreciate the time sometimes, and also like it makes sense, right? If you're doing a video and the video takes you 3 weeks to film, and mine didn't take me 3 weeks, then how much footage do you want to film? Do you want to be filming every time you do something? No. So then you miss out bits, but really then that gives a false sense of how long things take. So I do think it's I personally, this is a random conversation, but I personally think that terrain making and even stuff like hobby painting, we run the risk of turning into sort of like beauty content creators, where the nicest thing is the thing that people watch, and it doesn't really matter how. I was gonna say fake, but I'm not saying Tabletop Witchcraft or anybody's fake. But it doesn't really matter about the realistic expectations of that. What I'm saying is like it's a little bit like watching Kylie Jenner in a filter that's shaping a body, or you make a 5-minute video on something that took you 50 hours. Do you know what I mean? Like it just warps your perception of terrain. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm sort of like trying to be the exact opposite of that. I don't know if I can't remember. I was watching this cooking lady. I can't remember what she's called. She's like a very northern UK woman, and she's like, "I'm gonna make this pie. Oh, it tastes like pie." I'm sort of trying to be the terrain version of that, I guess. in a weird way. But yeah, I do worry about realistic expectations on the internet. And it's not. It doesn't. I mean, it's not just a terrain thing, is it? Like it goes across the entire world. Like, we put pictures of me, Katie, and my daughter looking good. We don't put the ones where it's like, um, the bags under my eyes are looking terrible and stuff like that. You deliberately don't put those on, kind of things, um, unless you're making like a deliberate, conscious choice to have an ugly video or whatever. So yeah, I do worry about expectations. You can bash out 2 to 3 squads in the time it takes to make terrain. Oh yeah, I think that's the thing. Like terrain does take a while, especially it depends how perfect you want it to be as well. Like how it depends on your own expectations of what you're making, and it's very easy to. Personally, I think it's quite easy to get something that looks decent quickly. It's quite difficult to get something that looks decent. It's quite difficult to get something that looks very good quickly, but it's not that difficult to get something that looks very good slowly. Like it's not. If you're going to spend a lot of time on it, I don't think it's that difficult. It can be fiddly, like oh, maybe I've got to put this plaster in these little tiny holes or whatever. That can be fiddly, but if you're going slowly, you can probably just redo it, make sure it's right, don't stress. So yeah, that is a really interesting subject, and I am very worried about the future in terms of terrain. I do think we're going to turn into. I think we're going to be a little bit superficial. In fact, I think we're possibly already there. I think the ship has already sailed. I don't think YouTube terrain makers and war gamers and stuff show you the warts and all kind of vibe. Maybe you disagree with me, but I think most of them will be not covering up their mistakes, but like just not emphasizing them, which makes sense because you just want to get to the point and get your video done. So yeah, I'm intrigued by that as a concept, but I find painting is the slowest part when you make terrain. Oh Ben, I am the exact opposite. When I get to the point where I'm painting, I know I'm nearly done. Like I've pretty much finished. As soon as I'm painting it in my head, I've finished. Because quite frankly, my painting is very bog standard. I'm literally like one coat. Well, I'm normally black. The color that it's going to be, one dry brush, one wash, one dry brush. Like that's all I ever do. Trash bashes. Yeah, so the problem I have with that as well, brush, is if you don't mind me calling you that, I don't actually know your real name. I like trash bashing as well, but on YouTube, I find that to be difficult as well because it's all about, and this is my whole vibe for the channel, which is sort of like replicatability. Like, can you replicate something if that trash is unique to Spain? Just picked Spain out of my backside. But sometimes you don't have access to the trash that they're using. But then it's like, oh, well, it's actually not about the specific trash. It's more about the concepts of using trash and like maybe getting the other ideas and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm actually alive anymore because I'll tell you what, the laptop is completely froze. So that's not good. I said laptop then. It's actually a Fire Stick. A Fire Stick? Not a Fire Stick. What are they called? They're called Fire something, aren't they? I don't know, but I'm not getting any internet here. I'll tell you this. Oh, I'm getting an ad on my own video. Oh, bye, Ben. Yeah, Luke does. I will give you that. I'm not saying nobody does. Do you know what I mean? The upcycling over finished loom. Yeah, like you get. I want to call him Luke. It does, and so do I. But even myself, sometimes the warts and all are the acceptable watts or the watts that are interesting. You The good thing about Luke specifically, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, is a lot of the time he's trying to get things done quickly and nicely, which I think is incredibly skilled. So when I said before it's not hard, I was saying it is hard to get really good terrain really quickly. That is a hard skill, and I do think Luke has nailed that one. For example, if that makes sense. So I'm not saying all of these are impossible. I'm not saying you can't have really good terrain quickly. I'm just saying it's much harder to have really good terrain quickly than it is to have really good terrain slowly. Oh, that's gone down the wrong hole. But yeah, like the dollar store builds, for example, yeah, I completely agree. Like, it's weird because America is so big, and a lot of the terrain makers are American. You got Luke, RP Archive, and some others in the UK, obviously, like myself, but obviously BMT and stuff like that, Wylock, etc., are American. And yeah, like, you can't. What are you going to say? Like, hey, you can't use stuff that you can't get worldwide. It doesn't make any sense. But for me, I will. I don't think on my channel there's anything that I'm not comfortable that people can get access to. The closest thing to that is probably the Hubba Bubba containers, but I've seen them in American videos, I've seen them in European videos, so I was confident with that. But most of the stuff on my channel is I'm trying to, and I'm limiting myself in a sense. I'm limiting myself to the materials like foam board, XPS to some extent, cardboard, because I know most people have access to those, which again is fine. I'm realizing I'm maybe coming across very like, uh, most people don't make stuff that you can get, and I don't mean to sound like that. But that is, to some extent, some people do stuff like that, and it's not a problem. It's just if you want to replicate it, it's a problem. And yeah, my whole thing is trying to be replicatable. And Steve's probably bored of me of me saying that. Is the internet okay, guys? Just to let you know, let me know. What's on the barbecue? Oh no, mate, I'm just at the end of the garden because it's bloody hot in it. Oh, I just hit the thing. Oof. Whoa, that is crazy, right? You can't see this, but the sun is reflecting off one of the windows, and if I stick my head here, let's see if you can see. I don't know if you can see my face. It's so much hotter there. Just the sun being reflected from the window, you can sort of see how bright it is. That is crazy hot. Crazy. Whoop. Da-da-da-da-da. Do-do-do-do-do. Nice and cool in Scotland. Oh, I'm jealous. In my ideal life, I think I'd have a house in like Scotland and a house right on the south coast. And unlike most people, I'd spend the summer in Scotland and the winter on the south coast. I really like autumn and spring. You have to find your favorite things to work with too. Yeah, and I don't have really my favorite things to work with. Um, say that I always use filler. My God, I use so much filler; it's insane. I think, like, apart from Mel the Terrain Tutor, I don't think there's anybody online who uses as much filler as I do. I love the stuff, to be fair. It's so useful. It is so useful. How are you doing, Steve, by the way? This is I would have streamed I would have streamed in the house, but it's just too hot. Um I will probably try and stream a little bit more. My plan is to stream quite a bit up until the end of August, weather depending. And then we'll see what's happening at that point. I'm not following Cristiano's advice because I'm actually on cordial rather than water. But so of course, if I could afford two houses, it would be somewhere like the Lake District. Yeah, so mine's simply just for temperature wise. Do you know what I mean? I'm just trying to regulate my temperature rather than enjoy the location. The Lake District is pretty. You don't like EVA or XPS? Phone call gives you the most bang for your buck. See, weirdly, Paint and Play, you said you're in Arizona, didn't you? I think. And I will say that's not the case in the UK, right? So in the UK, it's probably cheaper to buy a big sheet of 6mm XPS foam than it is to buy foam board. You can probably get a pack of, let's say, 5 A3 foam board sheets for, I don't know, 10 quid. You could get two big XPS sheets of 6mm, like probably, let's say, about the same, if not a little bit more, for the same kind of price. But obviously, if you wanted like 50mm XPS foam, that's not the case. But I think technically you get more bang for your buck with XPS in the UK. You're building alt guard mortar teams just now. Hey Steve, are you going to go to any Legion tournaments this year? I went to my first. Scratch Bash uses a lot of spackle. Scratch Bash. Does he do Gathland stuff? Is he the guy I'm thinking of? Yeah, dirt cheap. Yeah, like XPS in the UK is so much cheaper. So weirdly, when I do a foam board build, it would be cheaper for me to use XPS, but I use foam board because it's so cheap in the US. So I try and I'm aware of that because of YouTube and stuff like that. So I will try and do builds out of both. Generally, if I'm using foam board, you could just use 6mm XPS in its place. I don't say that enough, but I probably should say it a bit more. Because actually, the XPS is probably easier to work with for certain cuts because you don't have to take the paper off. Depends what you're doing, but then you've got the texture on it and stuff like that. I was surprised. Sorry, I got a bit loud there, but I was surprised that I did a poll on the community page, and it was about 45% of people had no access to XPS foam, which sort of blew my mind a little bit that it was that high. Um, so a bit of me thinks that it's because people don't know where to look. Like I will see a lot of people saying in the UK, "Where do I buy XPS foam?" And I'm like, mate, you can just get it on eBay or Amazon. And that's actually the best, cheapest place to get it. Like not Wilkinson's, Wix and barbecue, B&Q aren't really good places. Scratch Bash does Orky stuff. He made a pod racer. Oh, okay. I well don't remember that. I also don't know who Bill Studson and Boyle is, but that's because I'm bad. Apparently, I missed one at Common Ground Games last weekend. I did not know that was there. I would not have attended because it was a bit far, but I also just got my Legion stuff ready and read the rules. Oh, nice, Steve. Let me know which ones you go to, because I might make an effort to go to the ones that you're going to. In the short term, I'm actually not. I'm actually not going to go to any further events. Not because it was bad or anything, but just because of time. So I mentioned that my last video took 3 weeks. Part of that was because I had to get my models ready, and I actually had a fully painted army, and I had to spend the day there. So I probably lost maybe 2 to 3 days of work on the terrain by going to an event. It's a bit of a commitment that I don't necessarily want to. I don't want to do. If I can't have my terrain videos taking 25 days, it's a bit pathetic on my part. I will try and check out Scratch Build, although I think he's got a weird channel name. It's almost like mine. Might be difficult to search for. That's unfortunate. Dorso gives 4mm 20 in foam board. Yeah. I presume 5mm rather than 4mm. But 4mm is just as cool, I guess. You say it's unfortunate, but I think both are sort of cheap enough that it's not really much to worry about in the UK. A lot of people can get foam board. It's very easy to get, and a lot of people can get XPS. The reason I tend to use foam board is simply because that 40%, 45% of people who don't have access to the XPS. Do you know what I mean? So I'll tend towards more using foam board. personally. Oh, Bill making stuff. Yeah, I do remember Bill making stuff. His channel is insanely cool, by the way. That's that. Do the same song all the time, though. It sort of does my head in a little bit, but do. You know what I mean. I think Boiler Time, is he the one who makes Star Wars dioramas? Maybe. I'm not sure, it's Dudson Studios though. Brush, I keep meaning to check out your channel, and I must confess I have not done so. If I'm honest, I've sort of I'm a little bit like Mel the Terrain Troop in this sense. I try not to watch too many ideas because inevitably, like, somebody's made something that I want to make. So, for example, those pipes were made by Wylock yonks ago, right? But then if you watch his video, in the comments, there's somebody saying like, "Oh, did you get it from this video?" And you just go on an endless chain of like, where did you get stuff from? So, just to try and avoid contamination, in a sense, I sort of don't watch very much. By the way, I'm obviously going bald. Can I just talk about pigeon? Just talking about going bald, I went to the hairdresser to get my haircut last time, and normally I make a joke with the hairdresser. And I'm like, ha ha ha. It was one I've not seen before. I'll be like, oh, I hate going to the hairdressers because it makes me realize how bald I'm going. And generally, the hairdresser will say something like, oh, mate, you're not going that bald. I've seen worse. This time, the hairdresser just said, yeah, there's not much I can do about that unless you want a hair transplant. I was like, sharp. I am actually going bald. Your friendly local game store is still not allowing in-store gaming. Where are you based, Craig? Can't wait to play your first game of Legion in over a year. I think almost every store in my local vicinity is having people in the store. So there you have it. Yeah, I think some can be local delivery or lack of their own transport. Steve, I don't remember what the question I asked you was. Just let me know where your next event is, basically. If you do go to a Legion one. Everybody has made everything is purely from your perspective as legendary. Yeah, so I always try and add my own thing. Sometimes I won't, and the ones where I don't add anything, I call my like terrain classics because I'm like I just want to do it. I just want it on the channel, but it is literally so common that I'm not adding anything. And those I call terrain classics. I've only done a handful of those. But for example, the pipes, I did think I added a few different things that weren't common. So the EVA form around the pipes, I saw that on Facebook, granted, but I'd not seen it on a video. And the little texture spray, even though Luke APS did a video with the texture spray on it. And I was like, oh, I think that combined with that, probably just enough for me to warrant making the video. And the fact that I was in the UK rather than say like the US where I like Wylock, I was pretty happy with it. I got no qualms. Oh, Beanie Games in Stockton. I don't know where Stockton is. All I can think of is Stockton Heath in Warrington. It was a he, by the way. He offered a hair transplant. He was like, yeah, the only thing I can get you is a hair transplant. I'm like, nah, mate, I wanted to say I wasn't going that bald. So that was where I learned that one. Oh, you said Middlesbrough above Steve. Okay, you're not that far from Andy, I guess, and Blackjack Legacy. Okay. That makes sense. Beanie Games. I think he was trying to support Beanie Games, wasn't he, for a brief time? Or if he is, or he's not, but I think so. You've not seen anything of UK Legion as of yet this year. That's probably because you've not looked. Well, so I can tell you that the one I went to was Elysium run by Ellis, and he's doing another one, I think, on the 3rd of July, which I'm not going to go to. But there's also Just Play in the Liverpool. They're doing 2, I think. They're doing one in June and one in July, or it might be one in August. I'm not sure when, but Element Games don't have anything planned, from what I can see. Element Games don't have any events planned. I think they're a little bit too busy opening their other stores in Sheffield or wherever it is. So, not everybody will like the way other YouTubers do the video. Midwinter Mini spat the miniature build for me, but I gravitate towards Goober and this for channel for terrain. Oh well, yeah. I mean, I agree with you completely. By the way, yeah, Northeast Teesside. Yeah, like I do think. I think you could literally make the same thing, and your videos will reach different people and interest different people just because of the style. My style, for example, is very. I don't have to say it nicely about myself. It's very plain. It's very like, hey, this is easy. These are the things you need. It's not going to take you all day. It doesn't require much skill. But you know, I always see myself as I'm like giving you. It's like how to make the plain cake, and then if you want to decorate it, you can decorate it any way you like. I like giving just like the blueprints, basically the base ideas. Um, and I think that I try and keep my stuff is essentially designed to be as approachable as possible, but I try and keep the videos as interesting as possible at the same time. If that makes sense. You just watch 100 channels. You're going to Salute. Yeah, Salute's one I would like to get to. I didn't realize it was in November. I thought Salute was normally like February. Am I wrong? But maybe they moved it because of COVID, obviously. Rough and Ready, like Del Boy. Hey, Only Fools and Horses is an absolute classic. I think we can all agree there. An absolute classic, Only Fools and Horses. Yeah, yeah, boy. So just to confirm, the audio has been mostly fine, but the video has obviously been laggy as balls. I think we can all agree with that. I won't do this again. I'll just either do it inside or probably straight from the phone, just because I appreciate that there's been a few issues. Salute 2020 was. At this point, you might as well call it Salute 2021, right? I mean, there's no point trying to keep that sequence going. It's a little bit like the Euros, isn't it? Euros 2020. I guess it sort of makes sense for a big football event, but for Salute, I think I would maybe just move it. But yeah, so my plan isn't actually to attend any more events for Legion, unless I've got a reason like either meeting Steve or whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to get in with Tim, guy who lives near me, and we're trying to do some battle reports. We just popped up some curtains in the kitchen, so that we can do a battle report without the sun being an absolute pain in the backside. Tim's also building a shed. So those two things combined will be fine. The only thing then I need to do is spend a bit of time making my models. So I'm trying to dedicate maybe like Friday evening or even a stream to just painting my miniatures, like when we're ready. Yeah, so it's someone I'd like to go to, but I also think like what content could I make that wasn't done by Mel the terrain tutor, just going around and looking at the terrain? Like that'd be pretty difficult. Yes, all the merch probably is done, but Salute 2020. I mean, would I buy? To be fair, I'd probably buy the merch just for the goals, isn't it? Basically, Tokyo 2020 makes it. I think like when it's the Olympics and the Euros and stuff, because they're like every 4 years, and the year is part of the brand. Like Euro 2021 just wouldn't sound right. So I'm torn. I just don't put Salute in the same category as the Olympics and the Euros. Maybe I'm being harsh on Salute. Yeah, to be fair, that's probably what I would do. A little bit like I was talking to Andy just today from Blackjack Legacy, and he was saying he's going to go to UK Game Expo, and I was like, I would probably prefer to go to UK Game Expo as like a person, not a member of the press or whatever you want to say. But Salute is probably the one that's actually more useful. Apparently, it's more like historical games, I think. So it's probably not that much use for me. And I have a feeling that a lot of the people who really watch my stuff, considering it's sort of designed like this, is probably 40k. So 2020 is diseased. Well, that's why I'd buy the merch, just to have any merch with 2020 on it. I feel like there's going to be so many memes about 2020. I wonder what we'll get in 2030, because in 2010 we had Coney, didn't we? Coney 2010. 2020 we've had COVID. 2030 we'll probably have COVID 30. Forge World usually has a stand. Oh, interesting. The rumor is, by the way, we've not really been talking about war games. The rumor is that Forge World are the people who are making the old world. I don't know how true that is, but I'm very intrigued if that's the case. How many of you are getting into Age of Sigmar? Don't know why I said it so weirdly. How many of you getting into Age of Sigmar? The good thing about this is the sun goes down, I can transition to in my room, and we can go back to like perfect quality. It's an ARC channel. That's good since ARCs are getting loads of new minis. I'm not an ARC channel, Steve. Steve, this isn't an ARC channel. It's not an ARC channel, Steve. It's not an ARC channel. It's the ARC channel, guys. I'm not going to be just one of the ARC channels. We are the main, the only, the biggest, the best ARC channel with one ARC video. That's not even a very ARCy video. I did buy some. I bought some ARC miniatures though. You see that at the end of my videos. Age of Wit. What did I say? I was trying to say Sigma. I don't know what I actually said. Oh yeah. So Games Workshop prices. You know, when you compare them to like Star Wars Legion, they're not even that bad anymore. When you compare them to Atomic Mass Games, they're really not that bad anymore. When you compare them to Marvel, we live near a train line. If anybody can hear that. Shall we go in? Let's go in. Let's go in. Let's. You're gonna be. I'm gonna. If I do this, several things are gonna happen, right? Several things are gonna have to happen. Oldhammer and I don't know how to say your name. Vavichos. Yeah, I'm very interested in the old world. I'm very interested in the old world, right? That's just facts. That's just facts. Let's have a look at the garden some more. Oh, this is me in the garden. Right, okay, so Star Wars are like true, so they've had paid for the licenses. So I'm going to mess about. This is a problem. I'm gonna have to go put this in the living room. I'm not gonna be able to see the chat for a brief minute, okay? But I'll go as quickly as I can. Oh, Age of Wit? What in Scottish? What? Age of what? So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see the chat. So don't hate me. From this point on, I'll be 2 minutes. Bear with. Putting in the tablet in the house. So yeah, I'll try and keep you as steady as possible, but I'm not sure I can really do too much. Just one of the panels on the little path. Shall we see if we can see Spider Bro? Is this gonna work? The camera's not. Oh, here we go. It's gonna jump out and kill me. It's in there somewhere. Oh, he's at the bottom. Oh, it's well too dark. Can I put on the flash? Sorry, guys. Let's just. Oh, I can't have the flash. That is upsetting. No Spider Bro for me. I'm supposed to be going. Have I hurt my toe as well as my shin? No Spider Bro for me. I'm sorry. I tried. It's a big Spider Bro though. Couldn't stay too long in case he jumped out and attacked me. Okay, just the glass remaining. Okay, hopefully the house is a little bit cooler now, but we'll see. Do you want to say hi to Katie? I know you can't. I can't see the chat, so. Hey, Kate.
Still streaming.
I'm still streaming. Are you confused by that? I just can't. Have you got COVID? She's doing her lateral floor test. No COVID, no COVID. Where have you gone?
There's only one lad.
No COVID. Okay. No COVID, no COVID. That's good. Be bad if you had COVID, Joe. We have both had our first vaccine. The Pfizer one. Okay, I'm at my desk, so this is going to be a bit tricky. Inception. Will this work? Almost. Oh. Hello. Hello. I'm back, boys. Back at it again with the white vans. So I think we're back. We're ready. We're here. Bear with me. I need to just sort this out. But hello, everybody. Hi, Mickey. Didn't realize you were here because I was walking around. You all said hi to Kay. Spider Bro, catch that monkey, boy. I got no space to put this in. This light is flickering. Who dis new phone? Who dis new phone? For some reason, that's one of my favorite lines of just randomly saying to people. Where's the light switch? Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. Who dis new phone? Yo, you ready for this? That was anticlimactic. Hey, everybody. The camera's in a weird place. Wee. I'm having a fan on, by the way. I don't think you'll be able to hear it because I've got like that AI that says like, nah. Can you hear the fan? It don't matter if you can, I need it. Otherwise I'm going to pass out. So there we go. Hello, everybody. Hopefully the quality is not potato quality anymore. Hopefully the quality is good quality. How are you all doing? In the summertime, how are you all doing? Yeah, so there we go. You were buying a Bretonnian army. Interesting indeed. A Bretonnian army. Oh, you want to buy a Bretonnian army? Yeah. So has there been any news on the old world? I haven't seen anything. Shall we have a look? I haven't seen anything on the old world, and that's very upsetting because really, if any game is bringing me back to Games Workshop, it's the old world. Age of Sigmar 3. Wait, I should do a meme like Warhammer 40k. I sleep. Kill Team. I sleep. Age of Sigmar. I sleep. Warhammer the Old World. I'm all about that in my life. Let's just admit that in ourselves. Yeah, Mungo Jerry, I've upgraded from potato to steak. Well, that's good. I think steak seen as better than potatoes. I don't know what is Mungo. No, I have one. Oh, you have one for sale. Oh, you're moving on from the Bretonnians. Oh, my apologies. Just unboxed my airbrush. Ooh, I keep meaning to get my airbrush down from the loft, and I'm just not doing it at the minute. Wait, we have better than potato quality before. Okay, this is like, I guess outside was potato 0.0, no, and this is potato 0.1. The old world isn't out. 2031. I wonder if COVID has actually affected the old world, because it's really affecting manufacturing rather than anything else. I would guess like the rules and the sculpting and stuff probably not ready yet to be made. So I would be surprised. Oh, they wrote the song in the summertime. Oh, okay, I'm really like such an idiot. I didn't realize that. Doof, forgive me. Doof, forgive the Jace. I know not what I say. You meant it as a compliment. Unlike Steve, who was trying to insult me. I'm on to you, Steve. I'm not playing games with. We're not playing games here, Steve. Yes. So, yeah, like this room gets very hot very quickly. I've got a fan on, which I can't show you very easily because technology is bonked. But hopefully you can't hear it. But
With this door being closed, it is so hot. Like, I'm actually going to open it, and if Willow wakes up, then it's just what happens. But I need a little bit of a breeze. I need a Febreze in this house. Now, it's already done. Games Workshop did Indominus 2 years in advance. Do you reckon? I don't think that ferret... I don't think we were going to see the... If we were going to see the old world towards the end of this year, early next year, I would agree with you. If we were going to see it in 2023, then I don't think it'll be that bothered. They'll be that impacted. Come to the live streams for the singing. Well, I'm all about that singing, you know me. Have we actually seen anything about the old world in any amount of time? I'm just not sure we've even had any news, have we? Warhammer, the old world. I don't think we have, right? Everything we know about... Oh, Wargame. Wait, no, this is total... Wait, what is this? We don't know anything. These are just screenshots of the game, aren't they? Britonia confirmed. We do know the factions. I really like the old world. Plus 30k starter set leaked pics will hopefully be out this Christmas. Oh, 30k. 30k is a game that I really like the look of as well. Time for food, your belly says. Goodbye. Goodbye, my dear. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. Should have stayed in the garden. Oh man, that's harsh. That's harsh. Potato quality, Jay. Yeah. So my theory on the old world is that it's going to be Kings of War. Now, what I'm not sure about is if it's going to be Kings of War Light or Kings of War Plus. And I really think that there would be space for a game that had pure push to fit miniatures and nothing else. That's what I sort of actually wish that it was. But I just really like the aesthetic of the old world is so good. Even a little bit like Blood Bowl 3's aesthetic. Like, let's just look at it. I mean, Blood Bowl's not quite the old world, but the aesthetic of it is just so good. Oh, actually, it doesn't really show it off there. But I just love the old world, if I'm honest. I love that classic fantasy look. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Yeah, well, so I said Kings of War Light. A bit of me thinks it could also be a Song of Ice and Fire. Like, I do think that's actually a legitimate possibility as well. Will it be like straight up rip off of a Song of Ice and Fire? I think that's definitely a potential. Oh yeah, it's way cooler. But that was the toss up today. We can either have I can either be comfortable in the garden with potato quality, or we can be like better quality in the house. So that is just what I've gone with. Now I'm trying to just pop on some music. Was those awake? I'm trying to, you know, she's very distracting. I just hope that it's not me keeping her awake. Do you know what I mean? So what did you say? It was £125, 2 characters, 30 Mark 6s, 5. I don't know what Fatty Terminators and a Contemptor. I don't know what the Cataphatic Terminators are. What is the 30k starter box? Is it like a Civil War box? Like, what is it? Is it just Space Marines? Maybe that's why they can let it go. I've searched cataphatic, whatever, and it's not coming up with anything. So I think you may have spelled it incorrectly, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem. I'm not about that lifestyle. It's not a problem. But yeah, there you have it. Just don't go for diggy hole. diggy hole. diggy hole. I was listening to that the other day. Chonky Terminators. Love me a bit of a chonky boy. Hey, chonky boy, don't be sad. See, I don't know if Willow is crying because of me, so I'm going to be quiet just very briefly. I'm going to shut the door just briefly. Just shut the door briefly. And I'm going to talk because if anybody's interested in the MMO New World, when that comes out, I'm planning on streaming it. So I really needed to be able to go to sleep whilst I'm talking. Hey, from Texas. HR is very difficult for me to say. Hunter Git Kicker. Git Kicker. Hello from Texas. Well, hello from, well, actually, sunny UK for a change. Well, I say UK, England. Apparently, it's quite chill in Scotland, according to Steve. It's cool. Yeah, very hot in the UK at the minute. When I say very hot in the UK for Texas, that's like your winter. But yeah, I hope you're doing very well. It's nice for you to join us. I've been sat in the garden today, but we've come inside, which I'm not happy about because I'm very, very hot. Hey, look, tell me if you can hear this. Oh, I've whacked on an extra layer of sound. Can you hear it? No, the noise gate is not picking it up, but I wonder if you can hear it when I speak. Hopefully not, but it is what it is. It's so hot. I need it on. I should have put water in the machine. It's like a little desk fan that you can put water in. It sort of like, I was going to say replicates an air conditioning unit, but not really. Saying that, I don't know how an air conditioning unit works. Obviously, it takes out hotter and shoves it out the window or wherever you've got your fan. But I don't know how it does that process. I don't know how it works. A fan is obvious. A fan is like, hey, look, we're not going to cool your room because we've got to make the heat from the motor or whatever, but it is what it is. We're just going to blow cold air on you. And air conditioning's like, I'm going to blow cold air on you, but I'm not even sure what I'm going to use to do it. There'll be somebody in chat who's like, oh, actually, Jay, an air conditioning unit works by utilizing the heat transference and convection of the codependency. Anyway, Hunter Git Kicker, what game do you play, if you don't mind me asking? I'm a Legion player myself by trade. I'm a bad Legion player myself. And I can't see me playing anything else until the old world, which is what we were talking about. 34... Yeah, right. Can I just say that your houses and stuff like that are built with heat in mind? You all, not you all, but a lot of you will have air conditioning in your house, right? We do not in the UK. We've got big brick houses, and the insulation is basically designed to keep heat in rather than to keep the house cool. So the UK temperature is probably about 23 degrees, right? Weather. I'll put Warrington. I'm not actually in Warrington, but it's near enough. 74 degrees Fahrenheit, 23 degrees Celsius. I'm absolutely boiling. Like, this little room is insanely hot. You like to paint? What are you painting? What are you painting then? I presume Warhammer stuff. Put the ice water behind the fan, and then you get, well, true, Steve. So that's basically what this fan is supposed to do. You're supposed to put water in it with ice cubes, and then it blows like cool water on you. I've not filled it up though, so I'm a bit of an idiot. So it is what it is. It does sort of work. Although the other day it was getting, because it was spraying water at me, my arm was just getting wet. I was like, I don't really know what I should have expected, but that is what it's doing. Hopefully, none of you said you can hear the fan, so I'm gonna have to presume that you cannot hear the fan. Which, if I'm honest, is great news. Hey, wait. Oh. I mean, with a name like that, I really should have known. Orcs, and Goblins. Are you interested in the new Age of Sigmar Domination? So, now it can be hot and humid. True, Dallas. I hadn't necessarily considered that. Maybe that's better. Oh, you can't hear the fans. That is great news on my part. I'm going to output the audio to monitor myself. If I can figure out how you do this. Hello? Wait. I'm just going to pause it a second. No. Hello. Is it me you're looking? Do I sound a bit computery? Maybe. Doesn't really matter. I was monitoring my audio. You haven't seen the new stuff yet. Oh, well, let's have a look at it. Shall we have a quick little gander? Because I haven't necessarily been paying that much attention to it, but it is all... Domination is a weird thing for me to search. Domination AOS. No, I thought it was called Domination. Wait, what's it called? Oh, Dominion. Nobody corrected me. I'm just going to presume I was right. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I almost got into some serious trouble. Did I mute myself? Wait, what? No, I'm not muted, am I? No worry, Jay. We're all big fans. Thank you, Cross, for that. I bought one of those portable AC units. If you buy, didn't get any cooler, but at least I couldn't sleep because. So they have to be like specific sizes and stuff, don't they? But I must warn you, I am borderline buying one. So it's basically Stormcast Eternals, as you would always imagine, with some new orc faction, which the name escapes me because it's not Beast Rippers. No, it's not them. What are they called? Cruel Boys. The Beast ones are the 40k ones. Pizza. When did we have pizza? I had pizza like just the other day. I swear I'm not muted, right? There's no reason. Don't make me listen to my own stream, Steve. I'm not falling for this. I would probably fall for this. Patricia Larson pledged $1. I wonder if that's new because I haven't seen that. Bear with me a second. Oh, is that new? Or have I already said hello? Basically, every time somebody becomes a Patreon, I message them hello. I think I already messaged them hello. Okay, I'm just got a bad memory. Yep, I already messaged them. Okay. Something orcs. These Cruel Boys, I mean, I do like them. They're not the orcs I personally like, but I'm happy for them to exist, if that makes sense. The Cruel Boys. Not thrilled about the names, but it is what it is. There's not much I can really do about that, necessarily. No, Jay, we can't hear you. Not even when you ask if we can hear you. What was... Oh, I know there's a comedy sketch where, like, it's like, oh, do you speak German? Or do you speak English? And he's like, oh, nein spreche die Deutsch, or whatever he says, on Big Train. But I was watching the F1 with Kimi Räikkönen, and he's like saying to his engineer, can you hear me? And the engineer's like, nope, can't hear you. New Orcs look like Beast Snaggers but better. Yeah, the Beast. Let's have a look at the Beast Snaggers because I don't really remember them. Beast Snaggers. It looks like they're getting some new Orc boys, doesn't they, as well, to be fair. Beast Snaggers. Yeah, I'm not interested. I've never been interested in the Savage Orc vibe, if I'm honest. I feel like that was a bit of a... not a great look at them. Yeah, I'm not into the Savage... personally, I'm a big fan of the old Iron Jaws. So, guys, because you got me interested now, what should I get as the starter army for the old world? Nobody knows. Don't get anything right now. I don't know. We don't know if your old models will even work. So, don't buy anything. That would be my advice. People who are buying stuff are taking a bit of a gamble. Because we literally have no idea if you're going to be able to use your old stuff. So, I personally wouldn't. Yeah, I do like the Iron Jaws aesthetic, personally. I think it's the best. It's the best orcs. For my money. Yeah, Kimmy. I mean, there's so many classic Kimmy moments. Oh, you missed Pele? Ah, yes, I was having a poop. Man is a legend. Whoa, that's not a... What is that? Is that a beast snagger? That looks like an iron jaw. The Foot of Gork. Classic. An absolute classic, John. Yeah, for the old world, there's no guarantee that anything out right now is actually going to be usable. No, Dallas. There's absolutely nothing. We were just talking about the old world because I was saying, if I was going to play any Games Workshop game, the only game I'd be interested in now will be the old world. Quite frankly, I like Kill Team. I like the idea of Kill Team, but I do not like the way they do the sales model of Kill Team, so that's a no. I quite like the idea of 30k as well, to be fair. Geek Kicker says new stuff looks pretty good. Started the hobby in '94. So you wait. So you don't play? Wait, did you used to play? Or have you been painting? You cannot have been painting for 26 years without playing, right? That'd be insane. I was 9 in 1994. Not to make you feel old. The AOS faction previews have started on the Warhammer community page already. That Gazskull, was it? He'd been painted a different way than what I remember. That's a proper orc, isn't he? Gazskull. I almost want to say Gasthraka, but I don't know what that is. Yeah. What is wrong with me? I'm gonna have to succeed in doing this. You started in 5th edition fantasy. Oh, nice. I think my friends probably started in them. They were probably playing 5th edition, but I only really started playing, I think, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and I may have been very late on 6th, and we weren't playing very intensely, so. You only played like 2 games back in the day. All right, fair enough. Like, we used to play fantasy, but we weren't really playing properly with all properly like painted miniatures and stuff like that. There was a lot of proxy and that kind of stuff. But Dallas started in 5th in 1999. Nice. I was 14 then. Just to consistently give you my age. I can tell you how old I was in almost every single year because I can do very basic maths. I know, that's impressive. I can literally add 2 numbers together and take off some numbers. I don't want to brag, guys. I don't want to brag, but that is actually what I'm capable of doing. So that's why I should be paid the big bucks. I got way too anxious watching that. What did you think he was gonna do? Like, you think he was just gonna fall off and hurt me? What if it never falls off? What if it just stays there forever while I'm talking? Oh, it fell off. I don't mean to bring up COVID all the time, but there's those people who are claiming to be magnetic because they can stick spoons to themselves. Don't even have a fully painted habit. Oh, that's like me with terrain. I never finish anything. I just build 1 or 2. You just finished a few pieces and I had to take a few years off to raise the kids. Yeah, I'm. Weirdly, whilst we have a young one, which is 1 year and 2.5 months. So what's that? 14, 15 months. And I am expecting that at some point she's going to take up a lot more of my time. But yeah, for now it's okay. You started 40k in 2nd edition 1999. And 5th edition Fantasy Lizardman was my army. How old? Steve, I thought you were my age. How old are you, Steve? I don't know. I don't know. I have a vivid imagination. I just watch Chernobyl. I see disasters everywhere. No, lots of little things have to happen for big disasters. I haven't seen Chernobyl, but I can imagine it was a cluster poop of stuff. By the way, I'm tempted to paint this wall blue at some point. I should probably paint the whole room blue, but I just can't be bothered. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I just, like, if I turn off the light, it's just so dark. It's like, bump. I just blend into the wall with my hair. So if I go I'm tempted to go like a mid blue, maybe even a dark blue. Just copy Blackjack Legacy. That's all I seem to do in my life. Steve, no, it's a trap. Yes, and your mother's maiden name as well? And the street you grew up on. I'm 2 months older than you, born April 85. Oh, you're not 2 months older than me, Steve. That's a lie. You're 5 months older than me. So I never played it until I was like university or something like that. I was really quite late. Like my friends were playing it, but I just didn't realize. Heck, I lived through it. It was 6 when it happened. Also, it happened in 86. So you were born in 1980. And I told you that I can do maths. So I believe that you might be about 41. You can pay me in Patreon memberships, whatever you like. That's how good I am at maths. I'm just saying. I told you I should be paid the big bucks. We all know it. Just a matter of time. Ma and Middle House. I don't know what Steve's yapping about there. Yeah, look, I am going bald, aren't I? It's not even a... I was joking, but it is actually happening. I've got like the world's biggest forehead. I can do maths indeed. Told you. Oh, your ma in the Middle House. Oh, like, okay, I understand. Because I asked what your mom's middle name, maiden name is, and what the name of the street is. I mean, those are not the correct answers, I would presume. See, I'm good at maths. Bad at talking. It's probably the other way around. No, I'm bad at talking. I'm bad at talking is true. And I'm bad at maths. No, what am I good at? Nothing. Yes. Yeah, Chernobyl was an interesting one. I do wonder, like, how close other things have been that you just don't know about. I don't want to worry anybody, but, you know. Yeah, I did ask for user queue. I remember. I don't, so my geography's relatively okay. I think, like, comparison to, okay, let me put it this way. George Carlin used to say this. He used to say, think how stupid the average person is. And then realize that, like, 50% of people are stupider than that. So that's what I like. So, terrain made easy, says Cross. You have more of a 5 head than a 4 head. True, I am 5 head. Bordering 6 head. You know, that's how smart I am. What do I do for a living? I am actually officially a data analyst. So I should be able to do some maths. But it's all done on computers. I don't actually do anything. I just mess about in Excel most of the time. You only got bad at counting after you cut off all your fingers. Who injured themselves? Somebody in that chat injured themselves. Was it Thomas or was it Ben? You know, I was thinking about this the other day. I have literally cut myself twice during the hobby properly. One was when I was first starting out and I was taking mold lines off a Dark Elf. And the second was on the can when I was doing my walkways. And I didn't really injure myself. Like, it was a cut, but it wasn't a very bad cut. Like, I haven't really done very much. I'm quite relatively safe, you know. Cross, you're on fire, my friend. I started saving the boxes from Monster because of your channel. I haven't actually started the terrain yet. It's all good. I think I was talking about pressure before, and I do feel like when you see the productivity of some people, it can be quite off-putting in a sense to see how productive other people are, if that makes any kind of sense. But I would just say take your time. When you're ready, you're ready. Do what you want to do. It's as simple as that, isn't it? I think there are some things where you have to push yourself to achieve something that you wouldn't otherwise do, but you want to achieve. Like, for example, would I consistently make this much terrain if I wasn't doing the YouTube channel? The answer to that is a definite no. I literally would not make this much terrain. Like, I can prove that because before I was playing Wargaming and before I did terrain making, I wasn't making any terrain. But left to my own devices, I wouldn't make this much. But I know that I want to achieve a bit more on YouTube, and I know I need to make videos for YouTube, if that makes sense. You're here all week. Oh, I'll just take all day, thank you. I'll just take this stream. Oh, he's trying to get paid. Campaign's trying to get paid as a comedian. I'm trying to get paid as a mathematician. Campaign Terrain's trying to like branch out into comedy. Unbelievable. How'd you get a bird down from a tree with cheese? Carefully. What did the cheese say to itself in the mirror? Hello, me. Just like that. Oh, just like that. Just like that. Spoon jar. Wait. I don't know. I do not remember this. Spoon, jar, jar, spoon. Spoon, jar, jar, spoon. Jar, jar, spoon. There'll be some of you who know what I'm vaguely talking about, and most of you, I suspect, will be lost at that one. Those are certainly cheesy. Thank you. Thank you. Stop stealing my bloody cheese jokes. I'm not happy about this. 1 point to whoever knows what spoon, jar, jar, spoon I'm doing. I think I'm doing the right joke by the right comedian. I also did just like that, which to be fair gives it away. You get 1 point if you know it, and I'll be tracking these points for the foreseeable future. Maybe a bit. It's a bit old even for me, to be fair. You heard the Australian. This is gonna. I know. It's upside down. I've heard the Australian joke. No, I've not. I can't think of the answer to this puzzle either. This joke. You heard the Australian joke. No, it's down under bushfire. I don't know what you're gonna say. I'm not happy about it, but I'm walking straight into it. I'm really worried. Yeah. Nobody. Why are we? I'm just getting jokes in chat now. This is all thanks to Crossing It. What is the Nordic god of heat called? Yeah, thank you, Craig. Thank you. Radiator. Radiator. That's poor. Thank you, Craig. Somebody, a man of culture and class and dignity, coming in with Tommy Cooper. You get 1 point for that. The rest of you are -1 for not saying it quicker. And poor jokes. Which I personally never do poor jokes. Absolutely outrageous. Hey, yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but in the YouTube community, Games Workshop tend not to deal with you if you have less than 10,000 subscribers, right? And I'm on like 9,300. Do you think once I get to 10k, it'll be worth me asking Games Workshop to send me any box with terrain in it? Do you think that'd be worth it? I'm not quite sure myself, because it's all on sprues and I really don't like terrain on sprues. But a bit of me thinks it would help. I'm going to turn... Oh, I just realised this has been on. I do apologise. You've not even been hearing the music, even though I had it on in the background. Yikes. I had the noise suppression on it, so that it was on my voice when I was speaking before. You're a Yank. You have no idea who Tommy Cooper is. Shall we watch some Tommy Cooper? Shall we just do it? He's an old British comedian. Kendall Peterson says it would be neat. Yeah, I know Mel once did it with the pyramid-y things, but not just because I want it for free. Hey, look, like, there's no point me getting like Dominion because it's not got any terrain in it, so it wouldn't be relevant to my channel in any way, shape, or form. But okay, I'm getting I'm a robot, so just bear with me. I've got to... Here, look, can I show you this? I've got to pick tractors. I'm just picking some tractors, guys. It's actually quite difficult. I don't know if that one is a tractor. I don't think so. Can you see what I'm looking at? I'm in the way. Doop doop boop. Okay, this is Tommy Cooper, guys. I'll try not to deafen you, but just be careful here. I'm not watching all of this. It's probably quite loud, I do apologise. Okay, the intro's quite long. Okay. So, this is a British comedian.
Good evening. Ever got time for more? I should have produced empty cloth, 4 live ducks. Oh! I got away again.
He basically did magic with comedy, I guess would be the best way I could describe it. Let me just see if I can find the spoon. Oh, whatever.
Look, see that? This one does the same look.
I'm gonna stop because it's complete nonsense. But it's good complete nonsense. But yeah, like they've been up on me getting the Dominion. Although a bit like I have been thinking about this. Have you seen all the? It seems like YouTubers tend to branch out. Like I was thinking, Eric and Miscast are perfect examples of people who did terrain and then have like branched out. So I'm sort of determined not to really branch out, but I might do more general hobby stuff. But there's not much I can really offer when it comes to painting. I can't paint miniatures at all. Fezzies are cool. True story. You know, I think you like Doctor Who. At least I have a feeling you might do. And I've been meaning to watch Doctor Who. I quite like how... Oh, I'm blurry. Satisfying. This reminds me of the sketch show, the Fast Show. And yeah, it's not really intentionally the same thing. Terrain and bow ties. Yeah, maybe I should buy a fez. I do quite like fezzes. Oh no, that's Tabletop Minions. I can't go stealing his shtick. He's the fez man in the wargaming community. Feels like a lot of communities have like a fez guy, like a bowler hat guy, and stuff like that. You gotta have a shtick, and that's his kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know what kind of hobby videos I would even make, even if I wanted to. Like, I could do speed painting, but like it wouldn't be a tutorial. It would be a challenge. It'd be like, but then Squidmar does them. He's like, "Can I do this? Can I do this?" And it's like, "Yeah, all right, I can do them." But he'd be like, "Can I badly paint?" I would maybe, to be fair, if I was getting it for free, I would maybe do it. But there ain't no way I would buy Dominion. Like, I couldn't afford it anyway. Hey, you know what? I might ask for the next one. I think the next one will be Kill Team. I need to get to 10,000 subscribers, guys. Come on, if you're not subscribed, subscribe now, please. I need to get to 10,000 so I can ask Games Workshop for some stuff. Come on, do your work. Like, what a strat. I'm proper selling out this stream. I'm like, give me money. Subscribe to my channel. I don't know we talk like that. But yeah, if I can get to 10,000 subscribers, then I can ask. I think I'll be a bit late for Kill Team, if I'm honest. Okay, people, voting time. Jeez, what are we voting on? Subscribing. Sure. Can you add polls? What should be Jay's shtick? Yeah, okay. I wonder if I can do a poll. Oh, I can't do a poll. Custom emoji. I've got some custom emojis. Here, look, have that as a custom emoji. That's what you get if you become a YouTube member. It's just my face. Okay. I can donate to myself. You're subscribed already. Thank you, Overboard DM. I do appreciate that. You know, but you got to tell your friends now. You got to be like, yo, this guy needs to get to 10,000 subscribers. Come on. Sort out your life. I've been pretty bad at it at the moment, to be fair. Here, look. Let me do some of these. I don't think I'm actually subscribed to you if I'm on this Overboard Terrain. Overboard DM. Let me subscribe. Let me do some stuff. Oh, where the hell am I going? Here. First. This is Overboard DM. A big shtick. Oh, I do have a bit of a big shtick. But I think I'd get banned if I got that out. I'm just gonna give you some channels to subscribe to while I'm here. What is the channel name that he had to go? He's not here, so I'm never gonna be able to get it. What was I can't remember. Quill. What was he called? Quill. I'd recognize his name, but I can't. Quill and Brush. Brush and Quill. I can't remember the guy's bloody channel name. I thought he already had the wackadoo hair. I mean, it's not something I can consistently replicate when I'm going to get haircuts. Brush and Quill. I thought it was Brush and Quill. It's a very difficult name to find. Here, look. He's not even here, but if we can subscribe to this one and subscribe to this one. I'm saying this and I realise it's completely out of sync, but subscribe to these. And I will also make sure I'm subscribed. There we go, there we go. There we go. Look, guys, I'm not unsafe. All the fingers are intact. I'm very safe because what I do is I make sure I cut away from myself. Every time I cut away from myself, I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. Bam, bam, bam. Maximum professionalism. We had some of that today with my outdoor stream. You've been priming miniatures today, mostly 40k. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was just kidding, but it'd be nice if I could get to 10k and get the kill, because kill team, it's pretty much known that there's going to be a kill team box today as well. I wonder when the next time I will cut myself will be. I cut myself a couple of weeks back cracking an egg. I was cracking an egg with a knife and I sort of like missed the egg and cut my finger. Connor the Great, I've got a conundrum. I'm the only person in my friend group into Warhammer, etc. How should I go about trying to change that? So Connor, it depends where you live. My first instinct is to tell you to not try and change your friends. That sounds really harsh. Claims he's not unsafe. Always has a metal object close to his head. I don't know. There's no in his head anyway. So my first instinct is to just find a group of people who play the game already. There's quite commonly you'll find stores will have places to meet up. They'll have specific days. You'll find even like war gaming communities and clubs. I would maybe go there. You don't have to ditch your old friends. You know, you can have more friends perhaps. Then if you've got an indication from any of your friends that they actually do want to play, right? Because it's not great to force your friends into playing something they don't want to play. But the best thing to do would be to play a small scale game. So did you say 40k? Oh, so it depends on your game. I would maybe... Oh, I've got that lat ship and I've not finished it yet. If you're playing 40k, then there's Kill Team. I would try and play like a smaller game that is quick. So that's why I was saying like Kill Team, something where it's like 5 miniatures a pop. Like a skirmish game that takes 50 minutes is way easier to sell than a game where you've got to spend £300 to have an army and it takes 3 hours. So I would try and get them intrigued via the skirmish games. So if you said Warhammer, I'd Kill Team or Warcry would be my shouts. Warcry specifically is very simple and quite fun. So I would maybe go there. Johnny Cash is an absolute legend. I would maybe go there first, those little skirmish games. But as I said, you don't need your friends to play depending where you live. So if you live in a very rural place where there's not many other people, then yeah, I can appreciate you've got a bit of a problem. But if you live in a city or a town even, get on Facebook, find your nearest store, find your nearest group. Even just meeting strangers online. There's an app called Game4 which is a possibility as well. So there's quite a few options beyond just like trying to convince your friends. It's not something it's not that I'm saying don't do that. I'm just saying don't worry if they don't play, if that makes sense. Like, you've got two options. Different friends or the skirmish games. Different friends sounds really, really harsh, but it's actually not that harsh. Like, my friends now, like, weirdly, when I think all my actual real life friends, the ones that I see when we go to events and parties and stuff like that, a lot of them play computer games, and some of them have played Warhammer in the past. However, we do not like the same computer games, and we do not like the same war games, so we don't play each other. We don't even talk about it that much anymore. I'm gonna burp. I do apologise. We've all sort of we've realised that we can be friends, but we don't have to do the same things. Yeah, it's nice if one of your friends actually likes the same thing, but you know, it is what it is. I still haven't played my first game of 9th edition, waiting for a few codexes to come out. How many have been out? It must be like 6 maybe? I imagine most predominantly Space Marines, but the Dark Elf one has come out, the Orc one, then the rest have been Space Marines maybe? I feel like that's correct. Bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna have to go. I've got a sore throat. Too much Orca-Cola. That seems unlikely for me these days, as I'm moving away from the Orca-Cola. I don't know if it's the heat or what it is, but I'm getting a bit of a sore throat, so I'm gonna have to ditch. Possibly the fact that I've not streamed in yonks, but yeah, my throat's a bit sore. I just good luck, Connor. I hope you find people to play with, whether it be convert the people you already know or find a new group. Just, I would say, don't worry about playing other people. It's not as scary as it seems. Like, it's really not that bad. It can seem a little bit daunting at first, but quite frankly, it's not that bad. Nobody's gonna, bite you, is the classic phrase. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you aren't subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna have to go because I've got a bit of a sore throat. I don't know if it's a lack of practice or a lack of fluids or the heat or what, but yeah, I don't want to damage my voice or whatever it is. So yeah, have a most beautiful day. Thank you all for watching. I won't, because I've got a sore throat, I'm not going to sing you out with a song, which I'm sorry for Mickey, who was only here for the audio of the songs, but it is what it is. I do apologise. Should we expect some cool... do you mean from me or in general? Star Wars is going to be pretty boring, I think, till the end of the year for Legion. X-Wing, I've no idea, but we'll see. Thanks, Mickey. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I'm not feeling bad. Don't get me wrong. I just have a bit of a sore throat, and I just don't want to push it when I don't really have to. So I will try and stream a bit more, though. I appreciate I've been a bit bad on it at the minute, but when it takes 25 days for me to do a simple video without streaming, I've got problems. Do you know what I mean? I can't afford that. I need to be streaming. I need to be making videos a bit more and a bit more comfortable with that. Have a beautiful day. I wonder if I did the thing I did last time where I was just like, and I just didn't move. I did enjoy that as an ending. Yeah, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, etc. Have a beautiful day. I hope you all have a great day and stay well, stay safe, stay healthy, stay great, keep making terrain, subscribe, don't bother liking, there's no point in the video, the stream's over and it don't really matter, but too late now. But it was good when the stream was live, but now it don't really make any sense. I will probably not do the outside one, even though it was cooler than it isn't here, but it is what it is. The weather, we only get 5 days of this heat, this 23-degree heat. Yeah, bye everybody, love you all.